everyone, welcome back to this session of English. In this session of English grammar, we are going to begin with some previous year questions of the chapter narration. So in this session, we will be discussing some practice questions based on the chapter narration. Narration is a very interesting topic, that is direct and indirect speech. We have already covered this topic in detail in our earlier sessions of theory. Okay, so this is narration practice questions. So let's begin this session. First of all, in this session, we will discuss 25 practice questions based on direct and indirect speech, that is narration. Narration is also called direct and indirect speech. We have already discussed this in our earlier sessions of theory. Now, in this session, we will discuss detailed analysis of each question. It means of all the solutions, each and every question we are going to discuss in detail. We'll discuss the solution and the detailed solution of the question. Okay, so let's begin this session. Well, this is question number 1. Now, these are actually fill in the blanks. These questions are actually in the fill in the blanks form. So you will see some fill in the blanks based on narration. The thief explained how he dashed from the jail. Now, if you see that this sentence is in past tense, and this sentence is actually the indirect speech of some direct speech. Now, whenever we have a direct speech sentence and we convert it into indirect speech sentence, so this type of sentence can either be in present indefinite tense, or present perfect tense, or you can say past indefinite tense. So whenever we have the past indefinite tense and we convert the sentence into indirect speech, we convert it into past perfect tense. Okay, past simple converts into past perfect when we convert a direct sentence into indirect speech. Thus, if I see this sentence, the thief explained how he dashed from the jail. So this action has been taken place earlier of this action. That is why it should be in perfect tense. Okay, so here the correct word will be had escaped. Okay, the thief explained. Now here the first word is written escapes. Obvious, we cannot write this one, because obviously when we convert a direct speech into indirect speech, it is somewhere when we just passed the event, okay, or when the time has been passed. So obviously we'll make the sentence in past, so escapes cannot come. Has escaped can also not come. Escaped cannot come, it should be had escaped, because if we convert a sentence of past indefinite into indirect speech sentence, it will be converting it to past perfect tense. Okay, so here answer will be second, that is indirect speech past perfect should be used. Okay, so second will be the correct answer, and the correct sentence will be the thief explained how he had escaped from the jail. Now let us move to the next one. This is the second sentence. They did not know where they dashed from. So where they had come from, have come from, has come from, or come from. Now they did not know is actually the past tense. Okay, and if it is the past tense, obviously the remaining sentence cannot be in the present tense. So first of all, let us remove this third and this fourth. Okay, or the second one. Now if we have eliminated these three, obviously one is left, that is had come. Okay, so where they had come from. Obviously, if you see the sentence very carefully, you will find that this part of the sentence is showing us the action which occurred or which happened before this action. Okay, so here where they had come from. So the answer of the second is the first one, that is indirect speech, and past perfect should be used, that is had come. Okay, so they did not know where they had come from. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is third one. Madhu has not been able to recall where. Now Madhu has not been able to. This is present tense. Madhu has not been able to recall where does she live, where she lived, where did she live, or where lived the girl. Now obviously where lived the girl does not make any sense. Okay, did she live? No. In this type of sentence, when we have where as the relative adverb in between, we write the sentence in assertive tense. Okay, because whenever we convert an a direct speech sentence of interrogation or interrogative direct speech sentence into indirect speech, we make that interrogative structure as assertive structure. Okay, so does she live cannot come. Madhu has not been able to recall where she lived. Okay, so the second part will be correct. So here the second part will be correct. In indirect speech, question becomes assertive, and she lived will be the correct part. Also, we know well that when we talk about the present tense and we convert the present tense into past tense, the present is converted into past from direct to indirect. Okay, so she lived will be the correct sentence. Now let us move to the next one. The old man could not remember where he dashed his money. Again, because the sentence is of past, so here we need the structure of past. So deposits his money, is depositing his money. Now, will deposit, it should be had deposited because past should be with past only. So it is indirect speech and reporting verb is in past tense. So the correct sentence will be, the old man could not remember where he had deposited his money. It means now he has forgotten the place where he had deposited his money. Now let us move to the next one. He said, I dash use his car whenever I wanted. Okay. He said, I could use, I can use, I will use, or I would use. Okay. So this is very simple. Use his car whenever I wanted. It means this is the sentence of past. So we should use reporting verb is in the past tense and shows a possibility. Therefore, could should be in the play in this blank. He said, I could use his car whenever I wanted because all of that was the past. And also the sentence is showing us the ability of that person. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 6. I asked him if I dash borrow his car for a day. Okay. So again, if I dash borrow his car for a day, if I will, because the sentence is in past, will cannot come, could not come. I should borrow should shows the suggestion. Okay, or the advice. So this cannot also come. Could is the absolutely or appropriate word for this blank, which is suitable in this blank. Why so? Could shows the ability, also the past tense of can. Now let us move to the next one. Here the solution will be second. In the indirect speech could be used. Now let us move to the next one. That is 7th. We heard that the Richards dashed their house recently. Now heard, that means past tense. Recently is basically used in perfect tense. So will shift, no, because will shift shows us the future, whereas this action has taken place according to the situation. Are shifting, no, because they have done that work. Richards had shifted or have shifted. Okay, so we heard that the Richards, now here the correct answer will be third, that reported speech should be in the past tense. We heard that the Richards had shifted their house recently. Now, whenever we have the word recently, the sentence, but the proper sentence or the direct sentence can be made in present perfect tense. However, if we want to convert that into indirect speech, the present tense, it converts into indirect speech as well. That is why, because this is the reported speech, so this should be had shifted, because here present tense has been converted into past tense while converting direct into indirect speech sentence. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 8. Ram asked, would I go to the college with him? So this is a spotting error sentence. Ram asked, would I go? Now whenever we ask something, okay, to the college with him, so we cannot begin the sentence using helping verb. Instead, we should use the word whether or if. Therefore, the second part contains the error. And the rectification is if or whether I would. Okay. Whenever we convert a direct speech sentence into indirect speech sentence, which is an interrogative sentence, we cannot make the structure of, we should make the structure Ram asked if or whether I would. Okay, whenever we convert a direct speech sentence of interrogative sentence into indirect speech, first of all, the comma and inverted commas are replaced with whether or if, and after that the question structure will be changed into the assertive structure of the sentence. Okay, that is subject plus verb. Okay, or subject plus auxiliary. So if and whether will be inserted before the speech and after the word asked. Now let's move to the next one. This is question number 9. The passerby told us where was the marriage hall. Now, where was the marriage hall is exactly the structure of question. Whereas we talk about in this sentence, we are talking about the indirect speech. And in case of indirect speech, what we say, we make the structure of interrogative into assertive. It means first we write the subject and then the verb. Okay, so where the marriage was, where the marriage hall was. Here the marriage hall is the subject and was is the verb or the auxiliary. So here the correct sentence will be second, that is where the marriage hall was. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 10. I told him that we enjoyed very much at the party. So I told him that we enjoyed very much. Here, if we see the sentence, I told him that we enjoyed very much at the party. So told him is in the past tense, that we enjoyed. Now told him is in the past tense and we enjoyed very much. It means here present tense has been converted into past indefinite. Okay. So the sentence contains no error. Okay. Because the present simple tense can be converted into past indefinite and past indefinite into past perfect. So if the sentence is not past perfect, that does not matter at all, because present perfect and present simple present, they are converted into past indefinite and past perfect. After making me wait for 2 agonizing hours, the great man called me in and asked me what do I want. So here, do I want is the structure of the question. So this can be replaced what I wanted. Okay, so our solution will be third, that this third part contains the error. Now let us move to the next one. He said that he will never repeat the mistake. Again, this is the question of no error. This is the question of a spotting error. So he said that he will never repeat the mistake. So he said shows the past tense, that he will never. Now, whenever we convert a modal sentence of direct speech into indirect speech, our modals they are converted into past. Okay, for example, will change into would, could change into could, or must can remain same. So this is how we change them. Okay, so will be converted into would. So here the error is in part second, where this will should be converted into would. Okay, so that he would never. Okay, so will be replaced with would. So second part contains the error. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is question number 13 now. I do not know where could he have gone so early in the morning. Now, as I told you before as well, that the question structure changes into assertive structure. So where could he will be replaced with where he could have gone. Okay, so the first part contains the error. So the answer will be first, because where he would or could have gone should come. So the correct sentence will be, I do not know where he could have gone or where he would have gone so early in the morning. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is question number 14. Good heavens, how has she grown? So this is an exclamatory sentence, but if it is the sentence of, you can say, this is not an interrogative sentence. Instead, this is an exclamatory sentence. And in exclamatory structure, we follow the subject and verb pattern, not the verb plus subject pattern. Verb and subject pattern can be seen only in the interrogative sentences. Now here it is written, how has he. Has is the helping verb which is coming prior to the subject. Whereas this is exactly the structure of question. Whereas here we need the structure of exclamatory sentence. Okay, or exclamation. Therefore, this structure of question is incorrect over here. It can be replaced, or it should be replaced where how she has grown. Okay, so the correct sentence or the correct answer will be second, because second part contains the error. This has she should be replaced with she has. Okay, so the correct sentence will be good heavens, how she has grown will be the correct answer. Okay, or will be the correct sentence. And second is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 15 now. He asked me when could I finish the work. Again, this is the sentence which we have converted into indirect speech, but this is an interrogative sentence which has been converted from direct to interrogative. Okay, sorry, indirect speech. And in case of that, we follow the assertive rule, not the inversion rule of question. So here, where could I should be replaced with I could. Okay, he asked me when I could finish the work. So when I could finish the work. So second will be the correct answer, because this part contains the error. Now let us move to the next one. The teacher told that the students should have gone to the library instead of having wasted their time. The teacher told that. Now we use the word told to replace said that. Okay, the teacher told that the students should have gone to the library instead of having wasted their time. In this sentence, said is used, not told. Okay, the teacher said that. Okay, why so? The teacher said that the student should have, this sentence is simple sentence, the student should have gone to the library instead of having wasted their time. So told is basically used when we have an object. For example, he told me. Okay, but here we do not have any object. Whenever we say he said to me, okay, suppose I say he said to me. Here we have an object. That is why said to is converted into told. So when we convert the sentence, I can say he told me. But if the sentence is he said, the conversion of it will be he said only. I cannot use the word told because told can be used only when after it we have an object. But if we do not have an object, we cannot write told. Instead, we should write said only. Okay. It means told is a transitive verb. If we have an object after it, we can use the word told. Otherwise, we won't. Okay. So here the correct word is said, not told. So the sentence, the error is in part first of the sentence. I hope this much is clear to you all. Now let us move to the question number 17. He asked that how long would you would be absent. Okay. That's how. Now both the structures, whenever we convert an interrogative sentence and the interrogative direct sentence into indirect speech, there are a few changes that we should make. First of all, said is changed into asked, or said to is also changed into asked. Okay. The second thing is we replace the comma or inverted commas with the word with the question word. Okay. And that cannot be used. So that will not be used, but how? Okay, so here second part contains the error because that and how both the conjunctions cannot come together. Therefore, the answer is second. In interrogative sentence, that is not used in the indirect. Now let us move to the next one. This is question number 18 now. Can you cope up with all this work? He asked. So it is written, can you cope up with? Now here actually the error is of preposition. We cannot use cope and up together. We use cope with. We do not use up. Well, this is the error of preposition over here. So the error is in first part of the question. So can you cope is the correct sentence. Now let us move to the next one. Mother Teresa asked a building where she and her workers could care for the poor people always. Now if I say Mother Teresa asked a building, it means Mother Teresa is asking a question to the building. But no, she is not asking anything to the building. In fact, she asked the question about the building. Okay. Therefore, asked, after this asked, we need a preposition over here, that is for. So first part contains the error. Now let us move to question number 20. My elder brother asked me that what I was doing. So again, that and what cannot come together. Also, the structure should be assertive, which is over there. So third part contains the error. Therefore, answer will be third, what I was doing. Okay. So the correct sentence will be, my elder brother asked me what I was doing. That will be removed from here. So third part contains the error. Now let us move to the question number 21. Now this is question number 21. He said that he will meet me at the restaurant. Now he said that he will meet me. He said represents that the sentence is in past tense. Okay. Now when we convert a direct sentence into indirect speech, there are a few rules that we should follow. First of all, if we are converting any sentence from direct into indirect speech, the modals or the verbs, they convert into their past. Okay. Now, obviously that this is the structure of an indirect speech sentence. So we cannot use modal directly unless this part of the reporting verb is in present or future tense. So here, this verb must have been changed. So this will should be converted into would. Therefore, the error is in part 2. So our answer will be 2, that he would meet me. Okay, so the correct sentence will be, he said that he would meet me at the restaurant. Okay, because whenever we convert a direct speech sentence into indirect speech sentence, there are a few rules that if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the speech, the reported speech or the tense of the reported speech should not be changed. But if the reporting verb is in past tense, obviously the indirect speech or the reported speech part of the indirect speech, that must be changed into its past. If it was present tense, then it will be in past tense. And if it was if we had any modal over there, the modal will also be in their past form. Okay, for example, will can convert into would, can convert into could. Okay, and shall will be in would. Shall will be in should or would. Okay, so according to this, will cannot be the structure of the sentence. Instead, we can use the word would. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is question number 22. He asked me what you are doing out in the street at this hour. Now, as I told you before as well, that when we talk about such sentences, we change this interrogative structure into assertive structure. Therefore, what you are doing, he asked me what you are doing. Now let us move to question number 22. This question is, he asked me what you are doing out in the street at this hour. Now, there is a concept regarding the subject change. For example, we have a reported speech and a reported verb. Okay, reported verb like he said to me or that, and the statement is the reported speech. Now, whenever the reported, this is actually reporting verb and reported speech. Okay, if the reported speech or the subject of the reported speech, if the reported speech subject is the second person pronoun means you. Okay, if it is second person pronoun, so we go to reporting verb and see its objective case, and according to its objective case, we write the subject of the indirect speech sentence. Okay, so if you see this sentence carefully, here he asked me, this is the objective case, okay, of I. Okay, objective case of I. What you are doing. Now he asked me, okay, what you is the second person pronoun, but the second person pronoun should be changed according to the object of the reporting verb, and object of the reporting verb is me, and me, nominative case of me is I, not you. So this should be I. What I, and also the sentence should be in past, so are will be converted into was. Okay, so the correct sentence will be, he asked me what I was doing out in the street at this hour. Okay, so the correct answer will be 2, that what I was doing. Okay, simply saying that this is written what you are doing. You are doing means this is present tense, whereas the sentence is an indirect speech. And we know well that if the reporting verb, if it is in past tense, we should change the tense of the reporting speech as well. Now, here reporting speech cannot be in the present tense. Why so? Because every present tense we convert into past tense. In an indirect speech, we do not have any reporting speech in the present tense unless we have reporting verb in the present or future tense. Okay, so this is actually the part of, or the conversion of reporting verb part. Okay, so here first of all this word is incorrect, we should write was. Moreover, this you subject is incorrect because second person pronoun is converted according to the object of the reporting verb. Okay, if the reporting speech subject is the second person pronoun, we should convert it according to the object of the reporting verb. And if the reporting verb object is me, so the nominative case of me is I. So we should place that over here. So here the correct answer will be 2, where we should write what I was doing. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Now this one is question number 23. My sister asked me that how long I would stay there. Now again, you can see that and how together. which cannot come together. Why? Because we either we need to write how or that, but not the two together. Here the sentence is interrogative, or the structure is interrogative, therefore we need to write how, that is the question word, but not that. Okay, we cannot use that in case of interrogative structure and the conversion of it into indirect speech. So the second part contains the error that is not to be used here. Okay, now let us move to the next one. That is question number 24. Henry asked his wife what had she prepared for dinner that night. Okay, so had she prepared is actually the structure of interrogative structure, but we need to write assertive structure over here. So this error is in part 2, where we should write what she had prepared. Okay, so this second part contains the error. Now let us move to the question number 25. A geography teacher told to study the map of India for a test. Now, a geography teacher told to study. Now, this told, we cannot use preposition to with the word told. Okay, a geography teacher told us to study. Okay, we need an object over here after the word told. Therefore, the error is in part first, because we need to write an object over here. Told us to study. Okay, because we cannot say our geography teacher said to study. No, told us to study. We need an object over here because told is a transitive verb. Also, this sentence is an indirect speech. That is why we have written told over here. Okay, so told should be followed by the word us or the object. So our geography teacher told us to study the map of India for a test. Okay, so this should be the correct sentence. So this first part contains the error. Okay, I hope all these 25 questions are clear to you now, and you must be familiar with the rules or the concepts of narration now. Okay, so I hope that this session is very, very beneficial for all of you. And if you want to learn more concepts about various chapters of grammar, stay connected with me. Till then, thanks to you.